Hi there, this is number 21 on your homework for this evening. The problem gives us boundaries of x equals y squared and x equals 4, and we are told that our axis of revolution is going to be at x equals 6. Okay, so in order to take a look at what this would look like, I'm going to go ahead and graph these. I know x equals 4 is a vertical line. X equals 6 is another vertical line, means my axis of revolution. X equals 6, x equals 4. And now x equals y squared. Okay, in order to put this in my graphing calculator to see it, I would need to take the square root of both sides. Right, so y would equal square root. But when you take the square root, it needs to be plus or minus root x. And so when I plug this in order to visualize it, I need to make sure I plug in both positive root x and negative root x. So plug in positive root x and negative root x. And so I can see it gives me a parabola on its side, which makes sense, right? A y squared is a quadratic. Since the y is squared, it turns it sideways as opposed to x squared, which is up and down. Okay, so I have my quadratic here. Okay, and so that's my shaded region that I'm going to be revolving. Okay, so our formula is pi integral big R squared minus little r squared d something, and that something there is determined by the axis of revolution. In this case, my axis of revolution is x equals 6, which is parallel to the y-axis. So since it's parallel to the y-axis, I'm going to do dy. And since I'm doing dy, because it's parallel to the y-axis, my equations need to be y's, and my bounds need to be y bounds. So I'm going to be looking at my shaded region here to see what's my lowest y value and my highest y value. When you look at your shaded region, your lowest y value is at this point, and your highest y value is at this point, okay, which is the intersection between the quadratic and the line. Okay, so we have one intersection at -2 and one intersection at 2. Big R is the distance from the axis of revolution, so start anywhere on your axis of revolution. You go as far as you can through that shaded region to the furthest point you can reach. It's my big R, and big R is upper over lower, right? So we have our upper, which is here at x equals 6, minus our lower, which is here at y squared. Okay. Little r is the distance from the axis of revolution, so you start somewhere on the axis of revolution, go to the closest point of our shaded region. And then upper minus lower. Upper is at x equals 6, lower is at 4. Okay, and so if we want to, we can clean this up before putting it into our calculator, or you can put it in as you see. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up a little bit. 6 minus y squared, quantity squared, minus, this is 2 squared, which is 4. Okay. And then I plug this in into my home screen. I have 6 minus y squared, quantity squared, minus 4 dy from -2 to 2, which is 384 pi over 5. And so that's my answer.